So one of the ones I want to look at is number 5. So number 5 has a 243 under the 5th power. So what you would want to do is sit there and think about, okay, is there a number that raised to the 5th power is 243? This is where that nice little sheet I gave you comes into play. So if you take out or look at the sheet I gave you, the last column is x to the 5th. So you would have that sheet, you would look for 243. We see that there is one. So then you go over and you say, okay, that's a 3. So the 5th root of 243 becomes 3. The number inside divides by the number outside. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. A negative outside and a negative inside don't cancel. As long as this is odd, the negatives stay. So this becomes negative, -3. Because again, if you go to the cubics, 27 is 3. So the cube root of -27 is -3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 negatives make a positive. So that is 3p squared also. And then if it's a square root, we look for that in our chart. The square root of 36 is 6. Even divides by 2. So that becomes 17. For simplifying, if there's multiplication between two of the same variables, then the rule is you add their exponents. So 4/5 plus 6/5 is 10/5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So multiplication between them says that you add. A power to a power says that you multiply. So it's top times top, bottom times bottom. And a fraction says that you divide. So this top is like an imaginary 1. So that division becomes subtraction. So you get 1 minus 1/3. And then again, you're just simplifying. So 49 to the 1/4. So if it's in this terms, you can write it in that. And again, 49 could be 7 squared. And then you get 7 to the 1/2. But I would also be good with 49 to the 1/4. Okay, so then your homework is that next page, front and back. Due tomorrow. On simplifying, so you have your handy dandy list of cubes, fourths, fifths, etc. So that first one is a square root. So if it is a square root, you are going down the squared column. you would find 81. The square root of 81 is therefore 9. So that 81 inside the radical becomes a 9. If there is a plus or minus in front, the plus or minus remains in our answer. Square root of 4 is 2. A square root is like dividing by a 2. 10 divided by 2 gives 5. A cubic is like dividing by 3. A negative inside a cubic comes outside as a negative as well. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Remember that if something is inside parentheses in a square root, you simply divide the power. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. That would become 4k squared. To completely simplify, you would distribute the square to both terms. 4 squared is 16k squared. We are not doing anything with decimals. If you have a power to a power, the rule is to multiply. So this would be like y to the 2/3 times 3/4. So 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. That would give you y to the 6 divided by 12, which would become y to the 1/2. If you have the same variable and they're multiplying, then the rule is to add the exponents. So you would add 3/8 and 4/3. Since they're not common denominators, you would use your calculator, parentheses 3/8 plus parentheses 4/3. Math, enter, and you'd get 41 over 24. If you are dividing, that is the same as subtraction. So that would be like 1/2 minus 1/3. So again, you could go to your calculator. 1 divided by 2 minus 1 over 3. Math, enter, and you get 1/6. To simplify 5 to the 288, you would go down the 5th root column, look for a number that goes into 288, so maybe you try 32. You get 9. So the 5th root of 32 is 2 5th roots of 9. You could also write it as 2, 9 to the 1/5 power. Similar to 16, we're looking for a number to the 6th. So my only choice would be 2. 64 is way bigger. Therefore, it does not simplify. If I asked you to write it as a rational exponent, that would be 16 to the 1/6 power. So again, radical, rational. Yes, there will be a part of the test where you literally take it from this form and put it in that form.